Right, thank you, Minister. Thank you, Mike, for the introductions. Mike referenced earlier we've got our third bit of video, which hopefully will get you thinking a little bit about some of the roles that we can do and some of the important countermeasures we can all manage in the space. We will be making the video available online immediately after the event as well, so please feel free. In fact, I'd encourage you to share within your own networks. So if I can ask the guys at the back if you can press play, and let's stand back and see what happens. Hello, this is our third and final episode of our Driving Change trilogy. In previous episodes we told the stories of several drivers involved in a catastrophic collision. They were all driving for work, and we shone a light on how collisions are both predictable and preventable. What we know is, in the vast majority of cases, it's the people that cause collisions and not vehicles, with driver behaviour being the root cause and not the vehicle condition. Collisions involving at-work drivers are not a business risk to be tolerated. They are personal, not just statistics. These are our colleagues, friends and families. So what can we, as health and safety professionals, as fleet managers and responsible employers, do? You can use your individual and collective superpowers. That's your power to influence the behaviours and decisions of friends, family and colleagues.
Let's start by asking who could have prevented the crash that featured in episodes 1 and 2. The company director.
I should have been challenging the board. How do I know we are keeping our people safe on the road?
The health and safety manager.
I should have recognised the risk of driving. I manage risk well elsewhere in our business, so why not this?
Human resources.
I should have understood the risk to our people on the road.
Drivers.
I should have been focusing on driving safely.
Who can fix it?
I can.
Us.
Me.
We all can.
I'm sure that many of you are aware of the Swiss cheese model and how it applies to road safety. Here's a stack of Swiss cheese slices, each representing something that a company could do to manage their road risk. The holes in the slices represent potential shortcomings in each of those things. If the holes align through all the slices, things go wrong. So let's rewind and look back at Slobodan before the collision. Now, for the purposes of this video, we're going to turn Slobodan into cheese. Slob Edam, perhaps. In our example, we've chosen 5 things a company could do to help effectively manage their road risk. Each is represented by a slice of cheese. There's the driving at work policy slice. It sets clear expectations for drivers, including rules against speeding and using mobile phones while driving. There's a driver skills and engagement slice, a commitment to educating drivers about safety policies and their responsibilities when driving. Then there's the right tools slice. This ensures drivers like Slobodan have the right vehicle, the right equipment, and the knowledge to secure their loads properly. Next, there's the work planning slice, careful and realistic scheduling of work to reduce time pressures on drivers. Finally, there's the management responsibility slice. It represents effective management oversight of driver behaviours. Are they doing what their policies demand? Now, you'll notice each slice has holes. These holes each represent potential weaknesses in our safety measures. Weaknesses in the slices allow things like speeding and unsafe loading to contribute to a collision. Here are our example safety measures, each with weaknesses. In an ideal world, these holes would never align. No mitigation is perfect. When they do align across all slices, it creates a path for a collision to occur. So let's see what we can change to interrupt the alignment and block the path towards things going wrong. A driving at work policy that clearly sets out speeding is unacceptable and that there are consequences for doing so. A driving for work policy which sets out that drivers must use equipment as provided by the company. Talking to drivers about the risks associated with speeding. Ensure drivers are trained in the use of load securing equipment. If we apply the same approach to each of our slices, minimizing the weaknesses, we reduce the risk. The more robust our safety measures, the smaller and fewer the holes, making it less likely for them to align. Policy is one thing, but of course behaviour is quite another. How do we get our people to do the safe thing even when the boss isn't looking? We can modify both driver and company behaviours. Let's look at what we need to change. Let's once again turn to cheese to represent things. Firstly, there's engagement. We have a shared responsibility to reduce road risk for all. It's important to create a psychologically safe environment where employees feel empowered to contribute and that their ideas are valued. Policies set clear expectations along with the consequences of not complying with them and are the foundation of any good road risk management system. It's vital to communicate your expectations along with supporting employees with appropriate resources. Thorough investigation of incidents, from near misses to the most serious, enables organisations to learn the lessons of the past and to share their learnings. It's vital to encase these slices in a just culture, an environment where employees at all levels have the confidence to speak out.
Not so easy, that sounds.
Out of the way.
I hate this job.
This is how it needs to be.
I hate my life.
Hopefully you can see why we take this so seriously. On a typical day, 5 people die on our roads with a further 77 sustaining serious, possibly life-changing injuries. And of course, they're not the statistics. They're real people with real lives. So we must all recognise the level of risk associated with at-work driving, manage it as robustly as we do other areas of risk, and recognise our individual and corporate responsibilities. This is personal. I hope you found that interesting, I hope you found that motivating, and hopefully it will give you something to take back to your organisations, your supply chain, your suppliers, and get across why this is so important that we do something about it. We'll move on to our first proper speaker, if you like, in a moment, Darryl Wake. What I would like to just pay tribute to as well, though, is, and this will mean nothing to anybody in the room probably, is a guy in our creative team by the name of A. Dalby who pulled that lot together. We don't know what he took before he came up with the cheese idea, but hey, works for me. So a big round of applause to Aid, who's not here today, but terrific stuff. Okay, right, my great privilege now to invite Darryl Wake to the stage for our first expert presentation. Thank you.